Hey skincare nerds, welcome back. So as you guys have probably noticed by now, my hair is blonde, like very blonde. I've been blonde for 5 years now, and this hair is obviously not natural. You're probably thinking that's pretty obvious, but I've actually been stopped and asked that question quite a lot. So what's my secret to get from my natural black Asian hair to platinum blonde without completely destroying my hair? Well, it's this. Olaplex. I've been using their number 3 treatment ever since I first went blonde, and I always request their in-salon professional treatments when I go to my colorist. But Olaplex is not just for blondes, and recently they have launched so many more products. Their product line has exploded from just one at-home product to an entire collection. And it can get really confusing because the products all look alike and they named them with numbers that aren't even in the order you're supposed to apply them in. But I haven't tried out any of the other products in their line, and I want to help you guys figure out if it will work for you or not. So today we're gonna go beyond the marketing and test out their entire at-home collection to see if it's right for you or not. Let's get into it. Let's just do a quick run through of the brand. So Olaplex launched 7 years ago in 2014, and it's vegan and cruelty-free. They're known for their patented star ingredient. It's called this. Yeah, I'm not gonna try and pronounce that. Anyway, it's a technological breakthrough in the hair care game, so much so that L'Oreal is now locked up with Olaplex in a legal battle for allegedly trying to copy Olaplex's patented technology. So how does this technology work? Well, to understand this, we have to talk about how your hair gets damaged in the first place. You can think of each strand as a ladder. The rungs of the ladder are made up of disulfide bonds. Your hair has millions of these bonds. It's what gives it structure, strength, and stability. So when these bonds are intact and aligned, you have healthy, shiny, and touchable hair. But when these bonds are broken, it results in damage. So we're talking split ends, frizz, dull color, thinning, and dryness. What causes these bonds to break in the first place? Well, the obvious are chemical services like color, bleach, perms, relaxers, and keratin treatments. Did you know that even everyday styling can break those bonds too? Anything from flat irons, curling irons, and blow dryers to brushing, friction, tugging, and pulling on your wet hair. But also, environmental factors can damage those bonds too, just like the ones that impact our skin. Yup, UV damage from the sun, humidity, extreme hot and cold weather conditions, and pollution. So what Olaplex does is reconnect those bonds by filling in the ones that are broken. It supposedly improves your hair's strength, protecting it from within, and gives all hair types immediate results. But we're gonna find out if that's really true or not. Let's do a quick rundown of the entire at-home collection before we test it out. Number 1 to 2 is for professional salon use only, so I won't be using those today because I can't get my hands on them. Number 0 is a primer. Number 3 is the bond builder for hair repair. Number 4 is their shampoo, and number 5 is their conditioner. Number 6 is a leave-in styling cream for added moisture and reduces frizz. Number 7 is a styling oil and heat protectant for added shine. And last but not least, number 8 is an intensive moisture mask. All of these products have their patented ingredient in them in different concentrations. Okay, so now that we've gone through all that, I tested all of these products at home earlier this week, so let's take a look. This is my hair before I do anything to it. I just woke up not too long ago. I do my skincare routine. I haven't brushed my hair or done anything with it, so this is what we're working with. So it's pretty much a hot mess. So I'm really hoping that we can take it from this to really nice, healthy, shiny, and smooth, and we can see a really dramatic transformation. So first we're gonna put on number 0, the pre-treatment primer, then wait 10 minutes. Next we'll use number 3, the bond builder treatment, and for that we'll wait another 10 minutes at least and then rinse. Then we'll follow up with number 4, the shampoo, rinse, then number 5, the conditioner, leaving that on for 3 minutes before we rinse it off. And then we're gonna go in with number 8, the mask, and we'll leave that one on as well for another 10 minutes and go for our final rinse. And at the end, we're gonna finish up with the 2 styling products, number 6 and number 7. So let's start with number 0. Their ingredient list is actually really simple. It's just water, their patented ingredient, and some preservatives. So it's just 4 ingredients. We really can't talk about number 0 without also talking about number 3, which is their treatment. Their patented ingredient is number 2, right after water on their ingredient list. So both of these are going to be doing some heavy lifting. Using number 0 without number 3 is kind of going to be a waste of money because the whole point of number 0 is really to boost the effects of number 3. Alright, so let's apply number 0. Again, my hair is dry. It's best to apply it to dry hair. So I have the version of it with the nozzle applicator, and I know that some of you guys don't like the nozzle applicator because it can be a little bit harder to use. There is a newer version with a spray nozzle instead that you might like better. They didn't have that version in stock yet when I went to the Sephora to buy this. So if you guys can get your hands on that one, I'd love to know how that one works for you. This is really watery, so it can drip. You want to make sure to aim the nozzle away from your face and your eyes. For the mid-length to the tips, I kind of grab it and just squeeze it out and kind of shimmy it. So I like to focus a lot on the ends because those are the areas where my hair is the most damaged. Since Olaplex works best when it's damp, you really want to saturate the hair and make sure that it is quite damp before you use number 3. Since I have really long hair, we're using a lot of this today. Okay, so my hair is pretty damp now. I want to just show you guys how much of the number 0 I used. So it's about that much. I would say that's like 1/4 to 1/5 of the bottle. So if you have long hair or a lot of hair, it can get quite expensive since you do need to use quite a lot of it to really saturate your hair. So I've set a 10-minute timer. You don't want to wait any more than 10 minutes because number 0 will dry very, very quickly in your hair. And remember, Olaplex works best when your hair is damp. 10 minutes is just enough to make matcha, so you can see that my hair is still a little bit damp, but it's much drier than it was. So let's apply number 3 to it now. I actually only have a little bit left, but it should be enough to saturate my hair. So I'm just gonna squeeze it into my palm and apply it directly on to the roots and kind of just comb it through with my fingers first. So this is what's doing a lot of the heavy lifting when it comes to the bond repair. So you want to make sure that you're applying enough of it, and you really want to make sure that your hair is damp and coated with it. We're getting to the end of the bottle. I'm just gonna finish it. Okay. So now that I've applied it and run it through with my fingers, I'm gonna comb it through with this wet and dry brush. So you can use any brush to comb it through, but I like to use ones with silicone bristles because your hair is more vulnerable to damage when it's wet. And using one with silicone bristles helps to prevent damage because there isn't as much friction pulling down on the hair. So again, you can use number 3 without number 0. If you are using it that way, you still want to make sure that your hair is damp. Number 0 is in, number 3 is in. We haven't yet rinsed. So you want to wait and let it process for at least 10 minutes. You can't leave it in longer than that because it will still continue to work as long as your hair is moist. It won't be as effective as your hair starts to dry, so that's usually after 30 to 45 minutes. I like to actually put my hair in a bun so it prevents it from drying out too quickly. I actually waited 45 minutes. I did check up on it at 30 minutes, but my hair was still damp, so I wanted to let it process for a little bit longer. All right, so let's hop into the shower to rinse this off, and then we're gonna follow up with the shampoo and conditioner. Okay, so we've rinsed out the number 0 and number 3, and my hair is already starting to feel really a lot stronger. Like I feel like I can tug on it without being afraid that it's going to break. So that's a really good sign. So we're gonna follow up with number 4, which is just their shampoo. It's sulfate free, so it's very gentle. It's not gonna be too stripping. It's actually formulated so that you can use it every day. I personally don't wash it that often because my hair is so dry and damaged. I don't need to wash it all the time. Quite cute. So the shampoo doesn't lather up as well, and that's probably because it's sulfate free. And it left my hair cleansed, but not too stripped. If you have really greasy hair, I'm not sure that it would be enough for you. So my hair just kind of feels like clean without feeling overly squeaky clean. Okay, so now let's move on to the number 5 Bond Maintenance Conditioner. Ooh. So it's quite thick, and I'm just gonna apply it directly to my damp hair, mostly on the mid-lengths and the ends, because that's kind of where I need the most amount of conditioning. And then at the end, I'll just apply it to my roots. I'm going to follow up with my silicone bristle brush to make sure it fully saturates my hair, especially in the back where it's kind of harder to reach. Okay, so now we're gonna wait 3 minutes for it to process. While we're waiting, I'm kind of in love with the way these two smell. It smells kind of citrusy, but it's actually rosemary and banana extract, I think. Okay, so the 3 minutes are up. Let's go rinse this out. Okay, so the shampoo and conditioner have been washed out, and my hair feels a little bit drier than it did when we just washed out the 0 and the 3. I'm not sure that the conditioner really did anything to hydrate. To be honest, my hair feels a little bit more dry and coarse, almost like it's porous. Let's see if the number 8 Bond Intense Moisture Mask can remedy that. Hopefully this will do what it says, which is that it moisturizes, smooths, and adds body and shine. So I wanted to quickly talk about the ingredients list. Second on the list is dimethicone. So this is pretty silicone heavy, but silicone is what helps add that lightweight shine and separation. And also this is what helps to make your hair feel silky. There's also some luxurious plant oils in here like avocado oil, meadowfoam seed oil, also glycerin, which we love, it's a great humectant, as well as ceramides and hyaluronic acid. To apply, it says to shoulder length hair, I want 1 to 2 pumps. So that's what one pump looks like, and I'm gonna squeeze out another pump, and I'm going to work it onto my damp hair, again from kind of under my ears, working it down into the ends. And that's mainly where I want to deposit it onto my hair, because otherwise your hair could look really greasy. So right away, this is making my hair feel smooth, and it kind of softens it up a lot, and it doesn't feel as dry and coarse and porous as it did before. I know a lot of you guys don't like the texture of silicone, and this does have that signature kind of slip texture that a lot of silicones have. And we'll leave this on for 10 minutes for it to soak in. I wanted to talk about the difference between number 5, the conditioner, and number 8, the intense mask. So the conditioner is formulated for daily use, while the intense moisture mask is more for when you really need some hair SOS. So this is going to be a lot more intense in terms of how it hydrates and moisturizes your hair. And you can use this instead of the conditioner, but I wouldn't use it daily because it's probably going to be way too moisturizing for every day, and it might even make your hair look a bit greasy. And I also think that if your hair is more normal, like if you haven't chemically treated it and you don't use really intense styling tools regularly, then this could be enough for your hair. Alright, so we are all washed out. My hair is feeling pretty silky and a lot smoother than after the shampoo and conditioner, so that's a really good sign. Let's head back over to the sink to apply the final 2 styling products. So number 6 is a leave-in reparative styling cream, and it helps to eliminate frizz, it helps to nourish and moisturize, and it also protects as well. But if you're looking for some serious heat protection, you're gonna wanna use number 7, because this protects your hair up to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. So you can apply both of these on damp or dry hair. This one kind of squeezes out a little bit like toothpaste, then warm it up in the palm of my hands and kind of concentrate it again from the mid hair down into the ends. So I'm gonna just brush it out I feel like my hair is already starting to look really smooth and like very healthy and shiny. This is before I've even blow dried it. Can you guys see that? So now I'm just going to apply a couple drops. I'm gonna warm it up with my hands and just run it through down to the ends. I'm also gonna save a little bit for the end. This will help protect the hair from the heat. So I'm really not that great with the hairdryer because I usually let my hair air dry, but I do want you guys to see what it looks like when it's been blow dried, so we're gonna do it today. Okay, so just finished my blow dry. I think my hair looks amazing. It's like super shiny and healthy, but I'm actually gonna use a little bit more of the number 7 just to get rid of some of those flyaways and just to smooth it out a little bit more. And it'll also add some extra shine. Oh my god, you guys. Okay, so there you go. We just used the entire Olaplex at-home collection. I think my hair looks extremely shiny and it just feels really, really healthy. I'm super impressed. What do you guys think? Can you see a huge difference? Alright, that was the entire Olaplex at-home collection. So what did I think? Well, I've been using the number 3 Bond Builder for a few years now. My experience with it has been great, but it can sometimes be a bit inconsistent. Even so, I really love this product and will continue rebuying it, but I want to talk about the other products. So as for number 0, the primer, since I've added it to my routine, I actually find that this makes the results from my number 3 much more consistently great. But the downside is that number 0 can get pretty expensive. Because I have a lot of hair and it's also pretty long, I can only get 4 to 5 uses out of this bottle. And since one bottle is $28, that's like $7 a single use. Also, since number 0 needs to be used with number 3, you have to factor number 3 into the price of the use as well. I can better justify the cost of number 3 because I find I can get much more uses out of the bottle. Around 7 times, so that's about $4 a single use, which is a lot easier for me to justify since I use it only once a week, which adds up to about $16 a month. That isn't so bad. Like, I think I spend much more money on matcha, so when I frame it like that, then $16 is totally fine. I'll probably repurchase number 0 again, but I'll only use it when my hair feels really damaged and needs a boost. As for number 4 and 5, the shampoo and conditioner, I think they're kind of meh. I like the fragrance, but as for the performance, I actually found the conditioner to be drying, which was a huge surprise and disappointment. I think there are a lot of alternatives out there that are much better. As for number 8, the intensive moisture mask, even though I saw a big difference when I used the 0, 3, and 8 together, I don't think I'd buy number 8 again because it's kind of annoying to have to add another 2 steps and have to rinse again after. It's probably not something I will use because of that inconvenience. As for number 6 and 7, I think if I heat styled my hair a lot, I'd probably buy number 7. I prefer the oil because it will last forever and it helps to protect your hair from heat too. Number 6 was just a little too sticky for me and I think there are better options out there. So is Olaplex right for you? Well, what you should buy really depends on the condition of your hair right now. All hair types, whether your hair is natural, curly, fine, straight, dyed, or permed, can benefit from the repair. But if your hair is healthy and has no damage to begin with, you might not see as big of an improvement as I can with my bleached hair. So it might not be worth it for you. I think if you're gonna buy anything from the line, you should start with number 3. It has the highest concentration of their patented ingredient, which is after all what you're paying for. But if you need more repair or you're getting inconsistent results, then try adding the number 0 into your routine. If you're looking for a lot of hydration help, then you could add number 8 into your routine too, but you have to rinse so many times if you do the 0, 3, 8 routine. As for number 4 and 5, these really just didn't stand out for me. I think there are much better options out there. If you're looking for a recommendation for bleach blonde hair, I'd recommend the Verb Hydrating Shampoo and the Kevin Murphy Blonde Angel Conditioner. But going back to the Olaplex products, if you heat style your hair a lot, I think number 7 could work. It's easier to use and it also protects your hair from the heat and it will last forever. Number 6 is okay, but I found the formula a bit too sticky for me. I also just think that there are so many styling products out there that you don't need to go for an Olaplex branded product. Alright, so that's it for me. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope you found this video helpful, and if it was, don't forget to give your girl a like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any more fun and informative videos like this one. Love you guys. See you next time.